Hi everyone, in this presentation I'll be explaining the difference between series and parallel circuits. These two types of circuits are used in nearly every electrical system around us, from torches to home lighting. I'll show you how they work, how electricity flows through them, and why each type is useful in different situations. Let's start by looking at what a circuit actually is. A circuit is a complete pathway that allows electric current to flow from one point to another. It usually includes a power source like a battery, wires to carry the current, and components such as bulbs or resistors. When the circuit is closed, electricity flows smoothly. If there's a break, like a loose wire, the current stops and the circuit no longer works. That's called an open circuit. In a series circuit, all the components are connected one after another in a single loop. This means the same current flows through every part of the circuit. However, if one component fails or is removed, the whole circuit stops working because the loop is broken. Series circuits are easy to build and are often used in simple devices, but they aren't always the most practical for larger systems. A good example of a series circuit is an old-fashioned string of Christmas lights or a simple torch. In these, the current travels through each bulb one after another. If one bulb burns out, the rest go out too, because the current can't continue flow. Another feature of series circuits is that adding more bulbs makes each one dimmer, since the energy is shared along the single path. In a parallel circuit, components are connected on separate branches, creating multiple paths for the current to travel. This means that if one branch breaks or a bulb stops working, the rest of the circuit still functions. Each branch gets the same voltage from the power source, which keeps the brightness of the bulbs equal. This makes parallel circuits more reliable and common in modern electrical systems. The lights in your home are wired in parallel. Each light has its own branch connected to the main power source. This setup allows you to switch one light off without turning off the others. The current splits between the different paths, but each light receives full power. That's why home and car circuits use parallel connections. They're safer, more efficient, and more flexible. To summarize, series circuits have a single path for current, while parallel circuits have multiple paths. In a series, one break stops everything, but in parallel, each branch keeps working independently. Series circuits are simple and used for small devices, whereas parallel circuits power our homes and everyday electronics. Understanding both helps us design circuits that are safe, reliable, and suited to different purposes.